Welcome back, everybody. Today I've got kind of a special video. What we're going to do is I'm going to start a new series. I'm probably not going to do these videos very often, and this is a spur of the moment type thing because I had to record all of my Legend League hits for a Blueprint Masterclass. So you guys are actually going to see that Blueprint Masterclass here soon, but I still want to do a video for you guys as well. So this is how this video is going to work. I'm going to share with you two replays from the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy, and I am going to over-explain everything. I'm going to talk about every decision that I make throughout the attack. So it is going to be a more, I don't want to say boring because I like these kind of videos, but it's not going to be videos that like a whole bunch of people are going to want to watch, right? This is for the dedicated subscribers, like the OGs that came for the Fireball attack. So this is for you guys. If you want to learn the Fireball attack, this video is going to be a great introduction. So this was the first base that I hit today. I'm going to kind of break it down and show you guys what I'm looking at as I have the 30 seconds to prepare in order to hit it, right? Right off the bat, I can see two things that I can hit with my Fireball that are going to be fantastic value, right? This spell tower here, that's going to get all of those tier 1 defenses around it, or the Town Hall. I really like going for the Town Hall because sniping the Town Hall with your giant arrow and the Fireball is so fun and satisfying, so that's kind of the one that I went with. But you could do just as good getting the spell tower on this base. I like getting the CC out of the way too because stalling, like if your smash gets stalled up on ice golems while a defense is attacking them, like it really can ruin the raid. But when I choose the building that I want to hit with my Fireball, what I'm going to do is decide where I'm going to put my Warden at that point, which obviously if you're getting the Town Hall, putting him clear off to the right is going to be the best place. And then I'm going to draw an imaginary line perpendicular to the Warden in the Town Hall. So this line is going to go straight up and down on the Town Hall. And then I know at that point, every defense on the Warden side of that line needs to be dealt with through Rocket Loons or invisibility spells in order for me to get my Fireball to land on the Town Hall. That's kind of my mental trick that I do in order to break the base down a little bit easier, right? So you can see here you've got the 2 Archer Towers and the 2 Wizard Towers, and the monolith. The monolith is a little bit further in the base, and in order to snipe a defense that's further away from where you can put the balloons, you're going to have to put like 3 or 4 at a time. If you put 4 balloons down at once, it's going to aggro your Warden onto those balloons, and your Warden's going to follow them wherever they go, and he's going to walk right into the middle of the base. So I am hesitant to put 4 balloons down at once, and I don't know that 3 is going to get the monolith here. So I'm just going to invis the monolith by itself. Not a big deal. I've got enough invis spells to take care of that. So our plan is to, I'm going to just stick the screen right here. We've got our perpendicular line. We need to get rid of the Wizard Towers and the Archer Towers on this side. We're going to invis this monolith, and then we're going to invis the Builder Hut and the Expo on either side of the Town Hall. At that point, you can drop your Earthquakes and launch your Fireball. One other thing you need to keep an eye on is at the beginning of the base, when you're looking around, you need to find a place where you can put your Queen to launch the giant arrow and make the Town Hall snipe easy. On this base, it's very easy, right on the far left. So once I go ahead, I'm going to just push play here, and we're going to kind of watch it in real time. On this base, by the way, these trash buildings on the right-hand side of the base do not have very much health. And because of that, I'm going to put the balloons down first and then my Warden last, because I don't want him to clear all of these buildings really quickly and then wander into the base or off to the side and mess up that line that I've already done in my head, right? So you're going to see me take a few seconds and just put some balloons down so that I can get rid of those. And then once those are done, I know all I need to do now is put my Warden down with my healers and then invis some defenses, and then I'm good to go. Yeah, you see 3 balloons would not have been enough. There were so many Seeking Minds there, so it was a good call to make that monolith invisible. So I'm still looking at the base here. 3 invis spells. I use my Quakes. I launch the Fireball. I hurry and zoom out, and I snipe the Town Hall with my Queen. At this point, very important to stay zoomed out. You want to make sure that you can keep an eye on both sides of this base at the same time to make sure. That's why I put my King and the Headhunter down so fast on the left, because I'm like, oh, my Queen's going to hurry and head into the King and a scatter shot and all these Teslas and everything. I need to make sure she stays alive. You can see at this point, the Warden doesn't really have a whole lot he needs to worry about. So we're not worried about him at all. And I'm just going to worry about what I need to do to keep my Queen alive. I'm like, at this point, I'm deciding I don't think I'm going to be able to get those ricochet cannons or the scatter right there with my queen, so I'm going to blimp that area. I just don't, I'm going to lose my queen, right? Not really much I can do at this point, but I'm just going to blimp that area so that I deal with it. I actually put my root riders down on this base. I'm going to pause it here for a second because I wanted my warden to follow them from defense to defense instead of focusing on the trash buildings, so that I could just have my trash troops clean up the trash buildings. But, you know, he followed the E-Titan instead, but that was my thought process anyway. At this point, you can kind of zoom out a little bit and just keep an eye on the base. I'm looking now, the only area on the rest of the base that scares me is this little clumped up area next to the queen. And there is the best way to deal with this kind of a back end with your royal champ. If you have the royal champion ability and you have like this setup that I have now, I'm going to freeze the queen and the Expo so that I can use a headhunter or my royal champion to get rid of her. And then as soon as the queen's dead, I'm going to use the royal champion ability and the rage at the same time to burst through these last couple of defenses so that I don't have to worry about them anymore. So let's go ahead and just see exactly what it is that I did. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did on this raid. Yeah, you're going to see me freeze the queen and the Expo. I want my royal champion ability to stay intact until I get to that high health building. And make sure you place your rage in a spot where everything's going to be able to benefit from it, right? Just like this. And then all you've got to worry about is just cleaning up the rest of the base. And you can see this one was crushed. Let's go ahead and I will analyze the second attack now. Okay, here's replay number 2. This is a base where it does not make sense to get the Town Hall with the Fireball, right? There's just not a whole lot there that you're going to get in terms of value if you land the Fireball on the Town Hall. So quickly looking at the base, I'm trying to identify a defense that's in the middle of some tier 1 defenses, maybe next to a hero that it can snipe as well. And the Eagle looks like an okay target. You're going to get the ricochet cannons. You're going to get the CC. I didn't want to have to like sit and use so many rocket balloons and invis spells and everything. The Warden Walk would have to be forever in order to get the Town Hall or the Eagle with it. But it would have been a good target. An easier target to get would be this air defense, right? That's going to get the multi-archer, expo, scatter, you know, all this stuff, and maybe the royal champion depending on where she's standing. So let's pick this air defense here, and we're going to put the warden on the left-hand side, obviously, and we're going to draw our perpendicular line. I guess it's perpendicular to the warden and the air defense, right? And then I know I need to get rid of the expo, this whole compartment here, maybe this air defense, depending on where the warden's standing. You never know. So that one I'm going to just plan to make invisible just in case, because I don't know if my warden's going to walk down or something. What you can do, probably the easiest way, I know that this one kind of went a little bit weird for me, but the ideal plan for this one would be to rocket loon, rocket loon, rocket loon. And the reason this went south is because I put 4 balloons down at once. So I didn't take my own advice from last raid, and I put 4 balloons down at once, 2 for each of these buildings here, and then my warden followed them right into the middle of the base. I would invis these 2 buildings together, and then I would invis these 3 buildings together. And then once these 3 buildings are down, that air defense is going to be the closest thing, and you can launch the fireball, right? So let's go ahead and see exactly what happened. Again, that's why you should maybe just wait until the defense goes down or some of the balloons die before you put extra balloons down, because if there are 4 balloons, your warden's going to follow them right into the middle of the base. So I'm going to ×2 it until we get to the actual raid. Okay. Okay, so we put them down. We put a cocoa loon down to make sure there's no mines or anything there. And then this is where things start to go south because I put some extra balloons down trying to get this thing done quickly. And then you can see the warden starts following everything right into the middle of the base, right where all these balloons are. And then I'm like, well, okay, well, now I've got to get that archer tower. And now I can work on the invis spells, right? So invis, and we do get the royal champion because she happened to move right into it. I actually should have got the scatter shot too, but I didn't put my earthquake down in a good enough spot. At this point, deciding what siege machine to use here is going to be very important. You can use a siege machine down here if you want to funnel your smash into the middle of the base, but that means you're going to be ending on the town hall, and you have to travel through the CC and the monolith to get there, and that is scary. You can try and use a log launcher, but again, that's so far away from the town hall, clear down here, that it's going to take forever to get there, and I don't know that that's going to get there. It probably won't, right? There's like almost a 0% chance that it's going to get enough across the map to the town hall. So what I decided to do was switch to a blimp, and I'm going to just use all of my heroes and smash, and I'm going to travel along this side of the base, and then I'm going to use my royal champion on this compartment down here, so that I can kind of funnel everything a little bit towards the town hall. And then I'm just going to use some rocket loons on these 2 defenses here and get my blimp to land on the town hall and rage it and just not worry about the town hall that way, right? So at that point, I've decided I'm going to get the town hall with my smash or with my blimp, and I just need to worry about getting this part of the base with my smash. So that's kind of what I focus on from here on out. So I put my king down in order to get the warden to follow. I put the queen down at the very bottom so that I can use a giant arrow and maybe snipe a couple of defenses. And I was hoping what that would do was funnel my king towards the middle more so that he would be tanking and focusing on some of these defenses here. It doesn't work out exactly like I had planned, probably because I didn't do it early enough. And these air defenses, man, they're just starting to wreck my healers. I wasn't paying very good attention, obviously. So as we continue through the rest of this base, I'm just going to continue making things invisible and raging as I need to keep things alive. The CC, obviously, this one's one of the few times where minions are a little bit scarier than ice columns because I don't have a poison with this army, and my E-Titan is not going to be anywhere close to them. So I just need to rely on my queen to get the minions at that point. So then I put my royal champion down there. I'm going to stay zoomed out a little bit so that we can see when I put the balloons in the blimp, because I don't remember exactly when I did that. That's obviously pretty scary for the Royal Champion. I think I invest a rage in the Royal Champion as well because all of those Teslas in the Scattershot and Expo. Yeah, I do. So I wanted her to be raged up to make sure to speed through all those defenses. And I even use an Invis, it looks like, to keep her healthier as well. The Monolith is like the only scary thing at this point. Okay, so there's my balloons, there's my blimp. I honestly probably should have done that sooner so that I didn't sit in the Town Hall poison when I was going through with my smash here. So that's definitely a mistake on my part. But you can see the blimp worked. We still have an extra Rage and Freeze. I use my extra balloons down here to just get this Ricochet Cannon. And then all we need to do is worry about cleaning up the rest of this base here, which I will just kind of speed through. And as you can see, very rarely does a plan go from start to finish exactly how I envisioned it in my head. So you almost have to sit back and kind of think, okay, what siege machine do I work? What siege machine is going to benefit me the most at this point? Siege barracks wasn't going to do me a whole lot of good there, right? It might have funneled my stuff mid, but ending on the town hall is always scary. And going through the CC, I figured there were going to be ice columns in the CC, and we didn't know that until later on. But that's kind of my thought process of going through attacks. If you want to see more videos in this style, even for other attacks, let me know. I am happy to do videos where I explain everything like this. This is obviously going to be a lot more beneficial to the people who want to learn these attacks, but it's not as interesting to watch this as it is to just watch me no-scope the town halls all over the map all the whole video long, right? So I appreciate you guys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with another video tomorrow.